What's up, YouTube kids? Hey, I'm taking a break on my Sunday morning stairs workout, and I thought I would share this story with you really quick. First, let me tell you, I'm not a wannabe lawyer or an expert by any means. I'm only gonna share with you my story, my experience, okay? Also, you need to know that I've done a lot of the homework for you. So I read all the blogs and watched all the YouTube videos, some really good stuff out there, and I'm thankful for all the people that took their time to share with all of us. So I received a speeding ticket going 85, I think, on a 65 or something like that. And I read up on, how can I contest this? I didn't feel it was quite a fair situation, and that's besides the point with what I'm going to share with you. So, written declaration or trial by written declaration is what you want to do. Like I said, I read a lot about this, and first thing to understand is you're pretty much fucked. So, what you're doing with the written declaration is playing the odds a little bit, okay? Instead of just paying it outright or deciding you're going to show up to court and fight it, or have it out with the officer, which won't go your way either. In California, the trial by written declaration is a form. You fill it out. You get it on the county or the city website, wherever you live. You download the form, you fill it out, and what you write in it, it's important, but don't think you're going to out-argue the officer too much, okay? So what I learned is that you pretty much have to say something along the lines of, I respectfully request the citation be dismissed due to lack of evidence. End of story. So what you're saying is, let the officer prove 100% without any doubt that you were speeding. If you say something like, oh, I was speeding, but I really had to go to the bathroom, or I might have been speeding, but there was a big rig behind me, you're actually saying that you were speeding, and you're giving them the advantage to say, well, you were speeding, you're guilty. Back to the playing the odds thing. Officers don't necessarily want to spend the time writing a rebuttal to your declaration. So an officer might not bother with it. Maybe they're busy, whatever the reason is. There's a percentage there. I think I read it was around 30% of the declarations will not be answered by the officer. So if it's not answered, you're off the hook. The other thing is, if you write dismissed due to lack of evidence, and then say something like, in addition, there is a discrepancy on the citation, say that the wrong vehicle, maybe he made a typo on, describing your vehicle, maybe he, you can't really figure out, what type of radar he used, maybe your name is wrong, your date of birth, then you're just saying, in addition to the lack of evidence, meaning, officer, you need to really prove out in writing to me that I'm guilty. There are these discrepancies that you have to explain, okay? So you're hoping that the officer will receive the what you wrote and decide, A, I don't have time for this, I'm out, or A and B, I don't want to deal with this, plus, shoot, it looks like I made a mistake on the citation, I don't want to explain myself here or in court. So that's the number one reason to do the trial by written declaration. The other huge reason is that you get a second shot at playing the odds. If you're found guilty from the written declaration, say that he answers and the judge gets his write-up and says, sorry, you're guilty, you get one more shot at saying, I'm gonna fight this in court then. And when you receive your guilty letter, there's a space there for you to say, I want to contest this. And then you do this the old school, you show up to the court. If the officer shows up, you're going to argue with him. But then you're playing the odds that hopefully he won't show up. And I also read that it's between 10 and 20, maybe 30% probability that the officer will not show up. So that's your second shot really at trying to get off. So only downside, so to speak, to trial by declaration is that you pay up front. So to submit your declaration, you also have to submit full payment. In my case, it was close to $400, which I kissed goodbye once I wrote the check and sent it in. But I think in my case it was a combination of that odds that the officer just doesn't want to deal with it, and there was a few discrepancies on my citation that I listed out on the explanation part. I also left blank the evidence portion of the written declaration. It says on there for you to submit evidence, photographs, video, I forget what else it said, but I just left that blank because again, my argument is I don't see the evidence here that proves that I was speeding. So you have to present that evidence. It's not my job to present the evidence. And even that line can be complete crap. And you really truly are just playing the odds that the officer doesn't want to deal with you and writing out the thing. Again, in my case, I believe it was a combination of the discreps that I found and the fact that he probably didn't want to deal with it, but who knows. The takeaway here is that with the trial by written declaration, you get 2 shots at playing those odds instead of just one if you decide not to pay and fight it directly in court. And as you know, if you've done any homework, that's a slim to none chance of winning, because once the officer tells the judge, I saw you, or here's my radar evidence, or here's the video, or what have you, you're pretty much done. There's nothing you can say that is going to turn that judge, unless maybe if you have some huge discrepancies going on that citation, which is also slim to none chance. So there you have it. I received this letter October 2018. This is for California, and take advantage of it. It's there for us, and I think it's a great thing. For the record, I am a notorious slow driver. All my friends make fun of me for driving like a grandma. So, haven't had a ticket in 20 years. So, if you're a criminal, go turn yourself in, pay your fines, learn your lesson, don't drive like an asshole. Words to live by. Thanks for watching. Have a great day. Back to these stairs. This was a 8-minute and 47-second break, so I gotta make up for it. Have a great day, everybody. Thanks for watching.